Hello, my friends. This is Rabbi Aharon Dobinsky coming to you today from the holy city of Jerusalem in the beautiful state of Israel. You should be here. I want to talk to you today about something that has been on my mind for a while, and it's brought up again in this week's Parsha, last week's Parsha, and it's important. We say things, a lot of things. We talk and we talk and we talk and we talk. Now, this is contrary to the thought that we come into this world with only so many words that we can say. And once we've said them, it's time for us to exit this particular plane, this particular dimension, this world. We go, we leave. So, keeping this in mind, we have to know it's very important to watch what we say when we say it, because what we say can be so devastating if it's wrong and so wonderful if it's right. For example, let's take Yaakov Avinu. Yaakov Avinu, when he first met his soon-to-be wife, Rachel, said to her, well, before he said anything, he kissed her, and then he cried. Why did he cry? He found the love of his life. He kissed her, and he should be happy. Why did he cry? Well, it says he, as a Navi, foresaw that in the future he and his wife would not be buried together. They'd be buried in separate places. And that made him sad. So knowing this, it's a warning. It's a warning to him. And he, being a Navi, would take this warning and use it to the best possible use. So when he and his family flee from Laban, and Laban comes after them, says, why did you take my idols? And he says, what are you talking about? We didn't take your idols. We didn't take your idols. Check, it's here. You see, we don't have your idols. And he looks, and Laban turns over literally everything in the camp, goes looking for them, and of course he doesn't find them. He finally gets to his sister, Rachel, and he says, you see my idols? She says, please forgive me for getting up. It's the wrong time of the month, and I really have to stay where I am if you don't mind. Well, what she didn't tell him when she said that was that she was sitting on a pack that contained his idols. She had hoped by taking them away, she would wean him off of this idol worship. And what she did up to this point was probably for the best for him and everybody else. But when Laban comes to his brother-in-law, Yaakov, he says to him, where are my idols? He says, I told you, I don't have them. You've turned the whole place inside out. You didn't find them. You don't have anything to look for here. He said, then that would have been enough. That would have been perfect. But he adds, if anybody here has anything to do with taking your idols, may they die. Ooh, too much. Too much, because he wasn't thinking that anyone included everyone there, including Rachel. Included Rachel. And he didn't think about the fact that he had had this premonition years before. He just opened his mouth and it came out. And the fact is exactly like the premonition. They were not buried together. She was buried after giving childbirth in the wood of Aharon. And he lost his love of his life because of his own words. Now, there are those who say that the words of a Navi, the words of a prophet, the words of a tzaddik are often fulfilled by Hashem. And, just us ordinary people, maybe not so much so. But don't say that, because you don't know who you are. You may be a Navi. You may be a tzaddik. Not yet, but you may be headed in that direction. And if you are, you need to get into the habit of watching the words you say. Now, that was an improper use of the word you said because it cost him something dearly. It broke his heart. He was never quite the same after that. Now, there are times when we say the right things, exactly the right things. For example, when Yaakov meets his brother Esau, and now he was terrified that Esau was going to kill him and everybody in his family. So what he did is he divided his camp up into two sides. Some went here, some went there. He saw Esau, and he brought with him a gift of cattle, of sheep, of goats, the things that you would give as a gift in those days. And he gave them to his brother Esau. And his brother Esau says, I have no need of these. Hashem has given me a lot. Wow, sounds good. Good words, huh? Hashem has given me a lot, something to be very happy about, something to be very satisfied with. And it is something to be pretty satisfied with. And then Jacob says to him, well, I want you to have them because Hashem has given me everything. Whoa, everything. Everything? What is the difference? Let's ask a question. What is the difference between a lot and everything? Everything means you have no desire for anything more. You have all that you need. And as the Pirkei Avos reminds us, who is a man who is truly rich? He was content with his lot. So here's Yaakov content with his lot. This time he says the right words. And because of this, perhaps he avoided confrontation with his brother, or for whatever other reason, but he avoided the confrontation. This was him saying the right words, not the wrong words. We do this all the time. We need to be careful. Now, people would say, yeah, well, I'm not a Navi, I'm not a Tzaddik. Not yet, perhaps, and maybe soon, one day, you will be, and you don't know. And at that point, it'd be good to have the habit in your life that you watch what you say, because what you say is very, very, very important. We used to have a saying back in the 60s, says, be careful what you wish for you may surely get it. Because what you wish for has other things. What you wish for doesn't always necessarily come in a vacuum, in a bubble. It's connected to many, many, many other things. You can't always foresee them. None of us can always foresee them. But because of that, we have to be very careful what we wish for, because if we wish for this could happen, and then this could happen, and this could happen. We get ourselves to a place where we should not be. So we want to be careful what we ask for, what we wish for. You know, it's an important thing that we realize that Hashem, when He gives us challenges, does not give us challenges necessarily so that we can work through them. He gives us the challenges so that we can have the emunah to know He's already done that. He's already worked through it. We talked about this before. What does Hashem give us that isn't good? Nothing. Everything He gives us is good. Everything is for our ultimate best. Remember, the key word there is ultimate. The ultimate best. We may not see why. We certainly may not see now. But we can be assured that whatever it is for our best. Which is why we have to say thank you so often. Thank you for all that you give me. I saw a rabbi that I admired this weekend. He said to me, you know, people get up in the morning and they say, Modani. And he says, what do you say when you get up in the morning? You say, Modani. He says, no, you don't. You say, that's not Modani. This particular Rav, after he had a near-death experience, came back to life. And here's what his idea of it is. Instead of saying Modani like that, you should wake up every morning and go, I'm back! I'm back! Look, I'm here! I was gone for the night, and now I'm back! Hashem gave me my life back for today. We should be excited about it. We should be thrilled about it. We should be using the extra time, the extra day, to do the things we're supposed to do. We can ask for anything we want. Ashrei tells us, He opens His hands and satisfies the needs, not the needs, but the wants of every living thing. But that's not exactly true the way it's stated. Yes, the wants, as they are connected to what we are supposed to do. To what we're supposed to do. Are we supposed to have a Mercedes? Yeah, maybe yes, maybe no. You never know. Are we supposed to get closer to Hashem? Yes. Are we supposed to spread the word of Hashem to as many people as we can? Yes. And He will give us everything we want in order to do that. So that's what we have to be careful about. Remember, we have to watch the words we say. Make sure the words we say are leading us to the place where we need to go to, not to a place where we don't want to be, like Yaakov did with his wife Rachel. We have to be careful. We only have so many words, and we have to use them very carefully. So, everybody, I want to wish you all a good Shabbos. I'll remind you again, we're coming to America in January. We'll be in Texas and Florida. You would like us to come to your city? Just give me a notification, and I will get back to you, see what we can work out. My email is newlife, NEWLIFE, 1818 at AOL.com. Send me a note. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Everybody have a wonderful Shabbos. Be well, my friends. God bless.